Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of this Western Roman Empire legendary campaign on Attila Total War. The year is 417. As far as I can see, just checking the diplomacy tab here, as far as I can see, Attila has already taken control of the Huns, which I'm not really, sure how that happens. I don't know if I've ever noticed that happening before. Maybe just the way they've been going. I think I don't know if maybe they got involved with the Eastern Roman Empire and the Sassanids, and maybe they lost some generals and stuff. They are only strength ranking 4 right now. I think it'll jump to 2 once he takes control and spawns all these stacks. When the event occurs in 420. Since he's here already, he might come quite aggressively for us. I'm not too sure. But yeah, in terms of preparation, I think we're reasonably well prepared just now. We have good income versus the size of legions we have. We can put taxes up without too much penalty. And we've got some libraries and things, so research is going well. The next stage is just to re-equip all our armies and recruit some better units. So I'm going to go for elite privileges soon, which will let me get the cavalry compound. I need to build an infantry barracks here. Which is something I've sort of accidentally not done. I've got the skirmisher compound here, skirmisher barracks, and we're going to go to skirmisher compound as well. So in 2 turns we'll finish weapon manufacturers, we can upgrade our weapons, and then we'll go to elite privileges. Right. In terms of wars, we can invade Egypt. We're kind of soft invading Egypt through Africa just now. They're kind of skirmishing with the Sassanids for us. But elsewhere, we've taken sort of Scandinavia. We're just going to finish off the Franks in the next turn, hopefully. And then we'll sail down and finish off the Venedians and Abdanians, who are sort of hiding in this corner just now. And everything else is relatively stable. So let me just need to make sure I don't get caught in the hop by Attila is the only thing. So let me just move that. I'll move this priest around, try and get public order up elsewhere as well. See. Yeah, try and get him in there. Okay, let's end turn there then.
Ready for battle.
General Magnus. Okay, let's upgrade some of this stuff for him. Give him some more authority as well. And the governor here. So this is the governor of Ratia and Noricum, isn't it? So let's see, what can we get for him? Okay, I'll get the wealth from immigration. I don't think that'll make a huge difference, as we'll try to keep immigration low. And yeah, this we'll get this one. Let's just build up the military buildings. And I don't think there's usually anything in the attire, so I'll hold off on that. And you can get some skills. So let's get authority and public order. We'll try and drive a public order up here even faster, which will help growth and things like that. So Ratia and Noricum, I'm trying to build that up so we have this nice crescent shield guard in Italy between Augusta, Vindelicorum and Aquileia. The Huns, they might go further north. If they do, they'll probably go to Aberzus up here, so you can see there's lots of crossroads coming in here. So we'll try and defend there. But we'll see where they go. Okay. Looks like a reinforced army here. That's fine, let's just withdraw.
Journey completed.
So these are Sassanid client states, so part of the Sassanid Empire trying to invade. Clearly nothing else to fight, so they're just marching all the way over here. Okay, so we'll go into Levavum. That's fine. Food shortage in Narbonnesus, let's fix that. Right, so we can get, I think there's good fertility here, isn't there? Yeah, good fertility, so let's get this one and this one. And that'll help with food. Then we can get more from the vineyard as well. And I've never really upgraded the roads here through the core settlements. But actually, let's keep our money because the war between the Eastern Roman separatists and the Huns, that's interesting. I just hope the Huns, if they do attack there, they don't just sack everything. This could be quite interesting because if it does come to that, I might try and go and help. Right, why are they unhappy here? Immigrants. Religious differences. Okay, so we'll upgrade some stuff there. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can upgrade just now. Yeah, I need to wait on weapon manufacturers and elite privileges. We're upgrading here, which is fine. Woodcutter, we could produce more timber and sell more timber, couldn't we? No, we're selling too much timber, that's fine. It should be interesting to see what happens here. Did I lose my spy that was over there?
How can I?
Okay, I think maybe some of my moves from the previous turn didn't carry over. From the previous episode, didn't carry over. So let me recruit a spy again, and we're going to send him in here to try and find out what's going on. One thing worth mentioning that I was kind of looking when I finished the episode yesterday. If you go in here, you can actually see the breakdown of what bonuses you're getting per settlement, per income type. So for example, if I go to Italia and look at Neapolis, you can see we're getting maritime income and we're getting 5% bonus on that. So that's to do with, we're getting that because we control this sea, so we're not losing as much from piracy. But I think we can, if we look in somewhere where we don't quite control it, so here the piracy's minus 28%. If I look at Tarentum, for example, we can see it's minus 13%. So our 225's going down. So the takeaway from that is you could probably try and work out how much it costs to have a fleet here. I'm not sure how big the fleet would need to be, but in these various different seas, you could try and reduce piracy, and then try and boost the income. So here, for example, Camulodunum. Yeah, we're not getting any maritime income, but if we got maritime income here and here in Rotomagus, like so what I'm getting at is I upgraded all the trade ports in Insulae Occidentalis, but actually these all sit in different seas. This is Mare Africum, this one's in Mare Gallicum, and Palma is in Mare Bellericum. So what might have been better then, for example, is to upgrade maybe Carthage, Hadrumentum and Caralis, and then put a fleet in here to get the bonuses. So that's just something worth mentioning. If I'd upgraded those 3 ports instead and then try and get the bonuses, we maybe made a lot more income for our expenditure. Okay, but I'm not going to pay for a navy right now. I've got this one that's going to try and take out the Frankish navy, and then I'll move it south. Okay. So let's get more. Let's get more fields here. Do we need more food income actually? Yeah, no, we're okay actually. We don't need more food income just now. So I think we can move this legion out. Yeah, the Augusta Legion. Let's get them sort of moving.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Right. I'm just aware we're marching through the snow here. Can they make it to Hafen? If they go here, avoid attrition, make it to Hafen. Nice. Get this legion down and get them re-equipped. Maybe try and get some elite units in. I need to build up the barracks actually. Let's cancel that and we'll build up the infantry grounds. Okay.
Commander.
Yeah, so if this could be quite interesting if the Huns under Attila do attack the Eastern Roman separatists, I could either also attack them and try and take some of that territory, or try and help them to fight the Huns, kill off the Huns, and then turn and take the rest of the Roman Empire, then fight the Sassanids. So there's lots of fun choices here of what to do next. Only to see how the geopolitical situation evolves.
Do you wish of me?
Now let's put this priest, put him to work here. This spy is going to go and, look, see they're here, they're moving in on the east.
At your command. Ready for orders.
Okay, let's get elite privileges, and now that we have weapon manufacturers, we don't have enough money for getting the elite privileges, which is fine. We'll get that next turn. Let's actually just boost taxes a little bit to try and get these things built faster. And Emperor can do his tour of the Rhine on his way down, boosting public order along the way.
Ready for battle.
So we have Egyptrix, Gallica. Gallica has not got a huge amount of experience, but it's a good army.
Ready for orders.
Where did that Frankish fleet go?
All hands to the oars.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that Frankish fleet is. Let's move this legion in here in case they suddenly attack Hafen.
For battle. At your command.
And
Ready for battle.
yeah, we're fine. We'll just kind of slowly move these legions down, I think.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle.
Could still a problem here. Might need to colonize this actually to get more food income. Okay, we'll see in the next turn. Any more rebellions to deal with? Nothing just now.
Commander.
Okay, we're fine. Let's end turn here. Try and motor through some of these turns for us, guys. Get to the exciting part. I would say we've still got... We've definitely broken the back of the campaign in the sense that there's not going to be sudden hordes moving in. You know, there's no... You know, that's the main challenge. We're not going to get sudden public order problems that we can't handle. We're not going to get sudden financial problems, I don't think. We're not going to get hordes randomly. You know, there's no jutes that are suddenly going to attack anymore. So we've broken the campaign in that part. Now we're very much in a sort of more classic Roman campaign where we have like our significant part of our empire and we're just taking on the other major states in the late game. And in this case it's like what I'm calling the Byzantine Empire and the Byzantine Empire and
Ready for
the Sassanid Empire. Oh, looks like we lost a few good generals there, which is not great timing. One of our agents has been murdered. Carbo, dead at 52. Sometimes I wonder if keeping these guys on campaign is what's causing them to die. Maybe if I gave them a break, they would be fine. Let's recruit another spy. Send him sort of deep into this territory, I think. Okay, you can see the Huns coming down here. They'll probably start sacking all of this, so I might need to get involved because I don't really want this whole area raised. Let's see what they do. 2 years from Attila getting his boosts. Right, armourer and carpentry workshop. The barracks coming, and next turn we can upgrade our compounds. We need to federate forces for the improved skirmishers. Okay, 25,000 Cornute Signores we would get if we get this as well. Now, I just want to try and boost the economy first is the next thing. Let's get Western heavy cavalry tactics. Try and improve our cavalry.
At your command.
And I think we will try and attack these guys. I think we can get Comes now.
We cannot. Ready for battle.
Finally putting our generals back onto horses.
Ready for orders. You have further orders? On the move. Commander. Advance. Advance.
Okay. What I was thinking about between episodes was, should I, if I'm going to fight this war against the Byzantine Empire, do I try and sail round and take Constantinople with a task force and try and hold that while invading through Macedonia? That might be quite fun to do. The Huns attacking there's sort of presented a little bit of a problem though.
Call this a garrison.
Let's keep marching down here. Symmachus. Down.
At your command.
I'll keep this general here to try and handle the public order problems of immigrants and instability. They'll slowly go away. Let's convert that, and the Franks are down here somewhere, I think.
Men. We still have a good wind.
Okay, they're up there. Should have checked the map before.
Ready for battle. To your duties, men. My wits and
Okay, priest is working there. Spy's gonna move. No more rebellions to worry about. Okay, we're getting there.
we hunger for battle.
Governor here can... Let's start bringing down corruption as well. And a governor here. Forgot about this guy. I don't think there's much he can get. I guess this research rate for military developments. It's probably fine.
At your command.
Oh, they're struggling a bit here just because of taxes. That's fine, because the taxes will bring down the immigrant level. Right.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, so raising taxes will you can actually see it here. So raising taxes will bring down immigration slowly. So then we can lower taxes again, let immigration build back up. So it's just a sort of little balancing act. Okay, I'm just thinking in terms of income, just before I end this turn, we could sell more iron, we could sell more marble, salt, gems. We're maxed out on everything else, so it's furs, marble and iron is what we could sell more of. Furs are here. And iron, we have some in various different places actually.
What do you wish of me? What do you wish of me?
Okay, let's go right up here actually to Jutland. Right, I'll then turn here. Next turn I'll make some of the military buildings, and then I think we'll try and just exploit the last of those trade resources. Hopefully finish off the Franks with that navy, and then I'll try and I could probably disband that navy and build a new one in the Mediterranean rather than sail it all the way around, but I don't know if that feels a little bit cheap to do that. Right, Macedonians helping us out here, which is good. It's a good faction, this Macedonian one that's spawned so far. Right, should we try and get trade with the Visigoths since we have a mutual enemy?
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
No, they just don't want trade at all. Offering them huge amounts of money here. Nothing. I hate when they give you these. They shouldn't. I don't think they should give you these missions when it's impossible. I mean, maybe it's not, right? I could be wrong.
Be welcome. Do not attempt to sweeten truth with honey. Speak plainly, and I will deal.
Okay.
Ready for battle.
Right. Let's get back and try and re-equip these legions.
Garrison. We cannot follow this order.
So, building. Let's build the infantry barracks here. And let's try and exploit more resources. So, furs and marble, I think, was the other one. Right, the only thing is that will make squalor a little bit worse if I do it here. I think I have marbles somewhere else. Is that marble here? I'm not exploiting it here in Telekinesis. Let's exploit some marble there. That may be better. It's a bit cheaper. Verinium. Let's upgrade that as well, because that's a kind of border town for us.
Ready for orders. We hunger for battle. How can I serve you?
Get our priest working in here. Yeah, I'll take taxes off here. I'll need to try and remember to put it back on later.
Ready for orders. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Okay, we'll see where they go next. Try and finish them off.
What do you wish of me? Commander?
Actually, I think I said I would colonize with this one, didn't I? To try and get more food in here.
Ready for orders.
Let's go back here and I'll try and maybe colonize in the next turn.
At your command.
Yeah, but I need a capital in here as well, actually. Let's knock this down, we'll build a capital in there.
I am yours to command.
Okay.
Stopping to sharpen.
Yeah, they've definitely been involved in a lot of battles, I think. Unless it's just attrition in the snow. But it'll spawn these sort of elite stacks soon when we hit 420. There's no point in beating them just now because they just respawn. We might as well wait. It's just we either go to the aid of the Byzantine Empire to try and take the Huns out, and then we invade them after and then fight the Sassanids, or we use the opportunity, fight them both, fight the Huns and the Byzantine Empire, so a three-way war. Or we don't fight the Huns at all just now, try and take our slice of the Byzantine Empire and then fight the Huns. I think the third option is probably not the best, because in that time the Huns will just sort of ravage all those territories, and I still consider them Roman territories, right? Byzantine state is, I'm calling it a Byzantine state, so what I mean by that is Visigoths, Eastern Roman separatists, the Asia faction that spawned, all these like successor states and pretender states like Visigoths. I'm calling them, they're quite united, so I'm calling them the Byzantine Empire for fun. It's not meant to be a reference to the actual Byzantine Empire, which was, you know, the Eastern Romans. What they were subsequently termed. Right. Right, first things first. Let's get some Master of Soldiers here. So Strabo can go in here, and Aquilianus can go in here, and that'll give us a little bit more income. Right, we're building up here. We're building the barracks there. For supply storage here. I think we were going to do blacksmith here. So actually, let's try and get into Salona, I think, for the rebellion breaks out. So march through the snow. And upgrade all these weapons. Next time we'll move into Salona. And Germanica, let's just march quickly through the snow here as well. Take minimal casualties. And I think we'll march through the snow and try and colonise this. Just get it done just now.
Ready for battle.
Get rid of this. No, hold on to the Onager just now.
Commander.
Right, now where are the Franks? Escaping up to this corner here.
Your orders. Is there nothing?
And finally take them out.
We hunger for battle. On the move. Commander.
I'm aware this legion's probably a bit too big. I'm just keeping it large just now, just in case the picks suddenly come down, so we can take them out. We do have more than enough money for the time being. The religious difference is still a problem here. I think it maybe has time to look at raising a fleet here. I'll try and get the maybe try and get the military war first. What do we want to do? Right, I'll start to raise a fleet here.
Orders. We need more ships. We need good, strong.
Get a couple of ramming ships. Next time I'll try and build up the military port.
At your command. Ready for orders.
Okay, let's march down.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, let's intern here. I think we've got maybe one more year until the Attila event happens. They've sacked that Visigoth settlement, so this is the thing. I don't want them to go necessarily into Byzantine lands and sack everything. Raze it, I should say, because those, you know, we do consider those territories ours. It looks like they've raised something else. I might need to go out and engage them.
I bring word that my lord looks to end the war. He will not look to end it another day.
Yeah, they want a peace treaty, that's fine for me. No interest in fighting them. Our best generals are dropping like flies. Hilarious, one of our best guys. Labrio, was he... Right, I don't know who he was. Was he maybe a priest? No. Maybe a governor? Spy? Did we lose enough spies? Is that what it is? No. Veteran maybe? 1, 2, 3. I don't know who died then. Metellus is about to spawn. This is Hilarious' wife. 42 years old. Bring in Helianus. Why not? Nice family tree going here. So anyone catching up, Flavius Honorius had to be assassinated. I think it was maybe Hilarious' wife that killed him because he had a byword for cruelty trait. So he had to go. Right, let's go down here, protect Salona. Okay. We're getting along fine here just now. Domavia, do we have any chance to upgrade this a little bit more? That's why we have food problems actually, isn't it?
Commander.
Attila himself I think is up here. I think whatever this is where Attila is. So they've lost strength ranking, so who's now stronger than them? Axum. A reliable defensive, funnily enough.
Are you brave or foolish, or just mad? Well, speak. I will.
Theodoric.
Ready for battle.
Right. Crush those Illyrians shortly. Everything else is just about coming along. We can get the cavalry compound now. Which I think I've forgotten about. Can't get the skirmisher compound till we get 4 direct forces, which we would have to save up money for. What does it get us again? It gets us Ravenna, Elite Ballistarii. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And we might need to save up for the 4 direct forces a little bit. Let's go for upgrading Domavia. Make that a hard point that we can launch attacks against the Huns from. And Verenum as well. We should probably upgrade that a little bit more.
At your service.
Let's try and boost research rate, boost public order.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
Okay, so Mac is slowly making his way down here as well to re-equip his troops.
Get to it, men.
Okay, cool, we're looking good. Let's just drive deep into here.
That is all.
Cool, we're looking good here, guys. I'm confident we're gonna deal with the Huns pretty handily. When the time comes, I'll move some generals around, I think. I have more experienced generals, you know, in Africa and Spain that can be brought to the front line. I think we've got plenty of defences up here as well.
This offer is a good and honest one, and you should give it sensible consideration.
Are these guys maybe willing to be puppets yet? No. I'll use that as a bribe. Try and get Britain to be a puppet state. Okay. Natural causes, that's one of our female family members. Marcellus. Yeah, he was our... Yeah, that's fine. Linus, block the promotion. Join the war against us again after just paying for peace with us. That's fine. Must be getting bribed. I forgot to move against the Franks, didn't I? Right, if this doesn't work, I'll make like a second fleet.
Ready for orders. We hunger for battle.
Let me just raise a fleet.
Fleets reporting. Recruiting more ships.
Yeah, I'll just raise a fleet of ramming ships just to try and slow them down.
Your command.
Okay. Right. I think we need defensive logistics to get the final one, which is here. So we're going to be a while away from that, so let's just equip the troops now.
This a garrison?
We can get heavy onagers. So I think, so it's a shame because these Nordic spearmen now, and this is one of the things that frustrates me a little bit, they're now unit rank 7. So you kind of want to keep them, but at the same time it's like, you kind of want to make space for your other units. Like same with this cavalry, like we have this rank 5 cavalry now, but we know there's better cavalry available.
We hunger for battle. At your command.
Let's see. Let's try and organize something here then, right? So I've got 2 more legions I can raise. Let's raise this guy as a defender here. And what I'll do is any troops I don't want, I'm going to put in with him. And maybe put him in Damavia just with lots of ranged units or something to defend. So for example, just thinking out loud here, if I give him the Nordic spearmen and these slingers and maybe some of the Germanic cavalry.
Would that I were as
Okay.
swift as the angels.
That means we can recruit some heavy onagers onto this army.
To serve your
And then what I'll maybe do is get some like Cornuti spearmen or whatever next.
at your command.
So similar here, let's put some units we don't really want anymore
Would
onto
that I
here.
were as swift as the angels.
And in this case I'm gonna get some
We need
some of this cavalry.
ready for battle. At your command. Commander. At your command.
Okay, let's take out this rebellion in Illyria.
Them out. We hunger for battle. At your command.
And I'll move back here.
We still have a good wind.
And
Ready for battle.
I'll upgrade all the armor in these guys. Okay, I don't have enough money just now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put maybe some of the units rank 7 Matiarii, rank 6 German brigands, and some of these Foederati spears, or maybe the Germanic spearmen actually better for defense. And I'll put them in that army as well, and I'll set that army in Domavia and try and just use that as a defensive army. So maybe, you know, if Attila comes through the top here, I'll shuffle them over there, and I'll use the other troops and any new troops I recruit as like more attacking sort of guys. Let me start to move this one down as well, because we've got mercenary Ballistarii here. Although actually I might just disband them and replace them with the Ballistarii. I can get better Ballistarii now.
Ready for order.
Okay. The other thing I was going to do, let's just make sure probably order's starting to drift a little bit here.
At your command.
I just wanted to make sure I have the right generals in charge.
Commander.
That one's fine there. Who's in charge here? High rank general, high rank general.
At your command.
This is not a high rank general, so if I shift, I want to take Linus out of here. We have no available generals. Okay.
We hunger for battle.
Right, let's end turn there. Give him some armor, missile damage for sure, and yeah, let's just give him that, and then he's going to be a general, so we need to get him onto this one quick. Yeah, we'll try and get morale against the Madic tribes, which will help us against the Huns. Right, cool. Let's end turn there. We're starting to organise our plan here. We're fighting the Huns. We're going to have this like heavily defensive army that will shuffle between settlements. It's not going to be too expensive. It's got lots of experience, and if we lose it, it's not the worst. And then we'll have our more attacking legions, which are intended to take the fight to the Huns. But cool, the Franks have attacked here. Should be the end of the Franks. Yep. Action's gone from the cycle at the top. Yeah, so what I'll do is I think I'll disband both navies here for now. And that'll free up a general, and this one will free up a general. I'm just wondering, is there any worth? So I've got 2 ports here that could be trade ports. I've got control of that sea, so if I did put a small navy here, build these up. The maritime commerce would go up. Don't know what effect it has on the trade route as well. I don't know if the trade route loses anything from piracy. Even get these guys to be a puppet state, yeah.
You will find me a willing and attentive audience for your speech. Give tongue to your words, and I will answer.
Yeah, just because we need them, we need Ireland as one of our, I think we need all of these as our provinces, as our regions for the victory conditions, so that's the only reason I'm kind of thinking about that. Right, what I'll do is I'll disband these fleets just now.
Ready for orders.
I think the time to sail all the way around to the Mediterranean is just going to be too much. Oh, actually, no, I do want to keep this one because I want to go and deal with these finally. So it'll take a while. We probably would be quicker just building a new one, but I'll sail it around anyway.
Salutations.
Spread religion, that's fine. Spread a little bit more religion. Get some food in here. Wow, the Huns are absolutely ripping them apart.
How can I assist you?
But I need to wait till Attila spawns. I think there's no point in me fighting just now. Right, Augusta. I think, what did I say I was going to get here? I think maybe some elite spearmen. In Rome, right? So yeah, there's not a huge unit roster really. Herculanii Seniores is probably what I'm wanting to go for.
Commander. Ready for orders. Commander.
Yeah, I think maybe what I'll do here actually is let's visit Milan, and we will get
Soldiering. It's a good life.
he held 182 melee defense 65.
We need good fighters.
Yeah, we'll get some cavalry to deal with their cavalry.
Commander. Ready for orders.
Okay, again, let's just shuffle this army about a little bit. So I think the Foderati spears, the brigands, one unit of the Matiarii, and let's take this. I think all of the scout equities. We'll keep one because they're good for running troops down and they're kind of cheap and stuff. They can all go in there. To that's a cool name, isn't it? Legion 11 Vulcania. We'll upgrade their armor, upgrade their fletching and their armor. And let's see, what did he need? Could use yeah, give them elite Balistarii, one Onager, and then I'll get, I think maybe 2 elite infantry, and then that'll be that army. This one 5 turns away from the elite infantry. This one needs a heavy Onager too, and then I'll get some cavalry in there.
Commander. Ready for orders.
1, 2, 3 legions will have to go and attack here.
Ready for orders.
Bring this one down.
It's a garrison. Ready for battle.
This one just maintaining public order here. Can they survive without that? Yeah, more or less.
At your command. Ready for battle.
Okay, and I think what we want to do here is, can we kick this general out of here now? Okay, we need some money, and then we'll put Mesa in here.
Ready for orders.
And we'll get Strabo moving as well
To battle.
soon.
On the move. We hunger for
Yeah, so our generals that have like been farming experience can start to be redeployed to the front lines for the big wars.
fleet reporting.
Wonder how much is he contributing to public order? 24. Religious differences. I'm just thinking because I could try and move him forward to colonize here. I'd like to get his armor upgraded though. Also, he's there really to attack Egypt at some point, so yeah, hold off on that right now.
Your orders.
But he's there to attack if we need him.
We hunger for
Right.
battle.
Okay, let me try and get through the turns a bit faster, guys. Just try to carefully prepare for the sort of perfect war here. I really hope Constantinople doesn't get razed. Worth mentioning as well, if I lose the trade in Constantinople, that'll probably affect my income. It looks like the Visigoths are trying to fight back. It's not really worked for them. We're interested to see if the Macedonians try and colonize some of this.
Bring word.
Which I don't mind because I consider them part of the empire, so if they want to colonize some of the territories, it's fine by me. As long as they don't ever, you know, move away from imperial authority. I'm very much about a federated state. Structa.
Commander.
Okay, let's defend Levavum from another Sassanid attack.
We
Right, I think we can go for Federate forces next. And then after that, I think we will potentially focus on civics. Try and get more income coming through it. So, where are we at here? Huns are here. Causing mayhem. Completely wiped out the Visigoths, pretty much.
commander.
We are recruiting some Valastari there. And here,
At your command.
what could we get? Yes, it was cavalry we wanted here. So let's start moving these around now, right? So we can upgrade these troops, and we'll move them all around to Salona to upgrade their swords. We'll upgrade these troops, and we'll do the same thing. Move them around to Salona.
Ready for battle.
This defensive army is still just recruiting some troops. That's fine. This one is going to go up to Milan and get themselves some. So in this case, I'll get. Oh, we can get Scoli Gentiles now. It's a massive charge bonus. Let's have a quick read at these guys. A credo for the army's officer class. Scoli are the best of the best. When the Roman Emperor went just about anywhere, he took his Scoli palace guard with him, essentially the successors of the corrupt abolished Praetorians. The Scoli operated outside of the legion's control, answering instead to the Magister Decorum, one of the senior civil offices of the late Roman state. Commanded in the field by the emperor himself, Scoli were always recruited from non-Roman citizens. Presumably this was similar to Ptolemaic Pharaoh's hiring of Galatian Celts as their bodyguards, or many future Byzantine emperors Nordic warriors, the Varangian Guard, to protect them. Someone who isn't a citizen but is on the payroll is less likely to revolt or engage in subterfuge against the throne. That's interesting. I should maybe try and get some of these into the Emperor's army then. But yeah, let's recruit some of them. We'll get that army moving. We'll maybe try and link up with the Emperor. Right, let's get swords here. I want to upgrade that a bit more. Let's do that. So experienced, well-equipped troops. Some interesting mercenaries as well. Attila's coming, I think, next turn. And then we'll try and maybe declare war on him. I know some people will say maybe in the comments, "Oh, why are you declaring war on the Huns? Why not wait till they come to you?" I consider these lands mine, and I just want to make sure we get them back. I'll try and get a military port down there as well, I think. I don't want them to be I don't want those lands to be completely destroyed. Okay. What was the issue here? Capital building in here. We need to save up for the Federate forces, so in the meantime let's start moving towards this. And then we'll get, so once we finish these technologies, it's going to be quite expensive and we'll lose the ability to build some things. What are we losing here? Disables improved plumbing, disables natural philosophy. So we wouldn't be able to get libraries. And we wouldn't be able to get the larger aqueduct networks. Which reminds me, actually, we were trying to build a library somewhere here, weren't we? Yeah, Tarraco and Carthagenesis. Right, I'll maybe spend my money next turn on those and try and get them quicker then. Drusus, the governor. He's kind of maxed out on his governorship stuff. Is he particularly cunning then? Yeah. Yeah, he could do night battles. Good influence as well. Drusus is he's a good commander actually. Did he do any fighting for us? And that's another one to think about. Pick him out just now actually. Attila is the kid. This is the faction heir. Okay, so let's move this guy Macer into here. Right, that's fine. He can... Yeah, you can have this to improve the tax rate. What else does he have? Upkeep cost. Let's bring the upkeep cost down. And... I don't think we need anything else for him. I get that, so that'll bring the upkeep cost down a lot there for that. I mean, that's fine. And then what that means is we can replace the general in one of these legions, probably this one, with Learnus. Okay, so after I hit end turn here, assuming there's no battles or anything like that, we're going to get the cutscene for Attila emerging, even though he's technically already here. And then what I'll do is that's an hour, so I'll end the episode there. Okay, so let's watch that now. Let's see what happens. I think we've got everything else in place. Yeah, okay, let's go.
could be yours.
Darkness and despair. The shadow chased the sun ever southward. And behold a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. His wrath would engulf the world, and he delighted in watching it burn. The horde looked to Attila, and the world trembled. Abandon all hope.
So, Attila, the king of the Huns, he was indeed a lover of war, yet restrained in action, mighty in council, gracious to supplicants and lenient with those under his protection. With the death of the previous warlord, Attila seized power. Now he leads the hordes, and their armies swell in number. So that's the end of the chapter there. Chapter 2, Desolation. We got 2 of the objectives. We weren't really chasing them anyway. And let's see. Chapter 3, Devastation. Abandon all hope. So we have to survive until 432. And some new bonus objectives have been added, and we got a little bit of extra income as well. You can see our income's dropped because the fertility levels drop, which is a big problem in the West because fertility is much more of a problem versus the East. And this is the climate change announcement telling us that. So that's fine. We're still getting enough income here. Although if we lower taxes, it starts to look a bit tricky. But we're in a good enough position, I think. So let's end this episode here. If you've enjoyed, as always, consider a like on the video. It really helps a lot. Comments, I'll read all the comments as well, and consider subscribing to the channel as well. And in the next one, we will start to try and find where Attila is and try and engage him, I think, before he completely rips apart the Byzantine Empire here. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.